Okay, so here I am doing this recording for the 1997, I think it is, NBA draft. The first one we're doing with the lottery. Um, and I'm doing it the audio live, obviously, so you can tell that I'm not rigging it. Wink, wink. And I was going to introduce myself as Deputy Commissioner Adam Silver. However, Adam Silver, assuming he even had this job 15 years ago, I assume he did. I'm pretty sure those guys have just been in office pretty much forever. Assuming that's the case, then I can't be because M. Burke is. But then I just couldn't find anyone else that was in charge of the NBA back then, and so I just decided that I'm either Adam Silver also, I guess, or I'm just Aaron Jones who works for the NBA back then when I was like fucking 11 or something. Anyways, so what I'm gonna do here to get this is I'm gonna use the Keno Quick Picks. And then I'm going to randomize two tickets. I'm going to take the third number from each ticket and multiply it by the sixth number in the third ticket. Then I'm going to do that for each one until I get the. No, I'm just fucking around. I'm just going to use a random integer, 1 to 36. What I've done here is written down on the spreadsheet the organization, the place that they got, the owners, how many balls they have, and so what balls will correspond to their picks. My plan is to. Okay, I'm going to generate one real fast, but this is not the number. So if you notice, this is at like just a little bit before midnight, so I don't want to rush this, so I'm not going to do it again right away. However, what we'll probably do is like I'll check what time it is. So like if I do it again, if you notice, there's a timestamp. So that was like midnight and fucking 12 seconds. Midnight and well, for me it's been I don't know what the fuck UTC is. I guess assumedly it's like some fucking time zone in the middle of the Atlantic or something. I don't know. Actually, I guess going the other way, it could be in the middle of the Pacific. I don't know. Anyways, basically, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna say like, okay, so at 1 minute after we do it, or 2 minutes after, whatever we do it. So that's how we're gonna do it. I've set the numbers up so that 1 to 8. If the first number is 1 to 8, the number one pick overall in the draft will be the Spurs. 9 to 15, it'll be the Lakers, etc., etc. And if you go, and so after we do that, we're going to do is eliminate the numbers such that it's only like, 1 to 30 for the next one or whatever, however it works out. So this will not count. I'm just going to see what time it is. Okay, this is going to count. Ready? And now. This is the first one after 7:01, so 10 is the first pick. 10 is the first pick, so that is the LA Lakers. Asani Fisher is the number one overall pick. Congratulations to Mr. Fisher. So if I go ahead and delete this number, what I'm going to do is now make the highest number, ignore this 6, I guess, he's out. The highest number here for the Nuggets is 9, and then I wrote a little thing so that it would go to the lowest number is 9, the highest number is now 15, and then 20, and now it is 24, and then 27, and then 29. So 1 to 29 are now in place. I'm going to go back to random.org. I'm going to go back, and then I'm going to go 1 to 29, and I'm going to do it again. Since we've already done the number one overall pick, which I did just after 12:01 Pacific Standard Time, it was the first number we randomed after 12:01 Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to go ahead and count this one between 1 and 29. This is for the second overall pick. Remember, people cannot slide more than 3 slots down. 16 is your second overall pick. So 16 is the Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics are number 2 overall. Now remember, the Spurs can still not get the previous. Hold on, let me see if I'm saying this right. The Spurs can still not get the next pick, basically, is what I'm saying. The Spurs do not have to get the next pick. They can be one after this. So I'm going to continue to reset these numbers so that they are correct. And now we're only working with 24 numbers, so the Spurs have a 1 in 3 pick, a 1 in 3 chance of the third overall pick. So they can get the 4th pick is the lowest they can possibly go. You can only be supplanted by 3 spots. So that's low, and the Nuggets can go as low as 6. Then the Nuggets can get as low as 6, and if they're not at that number yet, then we go back and fucking redo it. So this I'm going to do 1 to 24 here. Back to number is 24. So this will count. I will get the number, and the number is 10. The number is 10. So the Denver Nuggets have the 3rd overall pick, and that makes the San Antonio Spurs the 4th overall pick. So I'm going to go ahead and make these guys the number 1 overall, and then these guys the number 5 overall, and then these guys the number 8 overall, And these guys 10. So now we only have 10 numbers. Sorry, now we only have 10 numbers in play. I just delete these. 10 numbers in play, 1 to 10 for the 5th spot in the draft. Go back and do 1 to 10, 1 to 10, and we get numbers. We have 6. So 6 is the Atlanta Hawks. So the number 5 overall pick is the Atlanta Hawks. The Grizzlies can in fact get the 8th pick, I believe. So that's kind of irrelevant here. But all right, so 5, 7. The Grizzlies got 5th overall, so they can get all the way to 8th, so it's irrelevant now. There are no more guarantees. So we're doing 1 to 7 now. 1 to 7, and I generate the numbers. Number 1. The Grizzlies are the 6th overall pick, and that leaves us with exclusively the last 2 teams, the Cavs and the Pacers. And we're going to go back and do this 1 to 3 and just do a quick random. And the number 7 overall pick is the Indiana Pacers, which leaves the Cleveland Cavaliers to be last. I just wrote a quick thing for whatever, the quick formula for the previous number -1. I'm terrible at these programs, so it's amazing that I was even fucking smart enough to do that. So our draft order is Los Angeles Lakers with owner Asani Fisher, Boston Celtics with owner / commissioner, how rigged is that, M. Burke, Denver Nuggets with owner C. Dude, San Antonio Spurs with owner Ray Horton, fucking whatever is next. Let's see, 5 is the Atlanta Hawks, just a few years removed from an NBA championship, picking 5th overall. And then 6th is the Grizzlies, 7th is the Pacers, and 8th is the Cavs. Okay, so I think this was a pretty decent way to do it. And hopefully this suffices and I can get this thing up on YouTube real fucking quick.